Welcome everyone to the Spotlight on Cheshire video show, sponsored by the Cheshire Democratic Town Committee and produced by the CDTC Public Relations Committee. I'm Dan Novak, your host, and today we are honored to have as our guest State Representative Mary Fritz. Welcome to the show, Mary.
Thank you, Dan.
Now, Mary was first elected in 1982 as state rep for the 90th District, which serves Cheshire and Wallingford, and she currently serves as Assistant Deputy Speaker. Now, she's been a leading force fighting for legislation affecting many issues in the area, including healthcare, education, senior citizen care, and fair taxation. Mary, over the years, you've done a lot for the residents of Cheshire. What are some of the most recent accomplishments that you've spearheaded for the town?
Well, as you well know, Dan, and as the people of Cheshire well know, the prison complex has always been a contentious issue in the town of Cheshire. There's been a problem with the metering and the effluents and how we couldn't amend our contract, and so we finally passed the legislation and got that through so that Cheshire has the ability to amend the contract. Even though OPM says, can't do it, we never amend contracts, but Suffield amended their contract 6 times. So we want the same kind of parity as other towns have. Additionally, we were able to go forward and work with the town council and Michael Malone when it was first presented to us at the legislative meeting before the town council about establishing a claim against the state for the $1.5 million that we believe is owed to the town of Cheshire because of a meter that did not work on the prison grounds. That's one of the things, 2 of the things we were involved in. And then I was involved in conveying 2 acres of prison land off Sandbank Road for the Cheshire Food Pantry, because as you know, that food pantry services 300 families in the town of Cheshire, and it is so crowded that they really have a big problem. And we walked the prison land over off Sandbank Road. We also went to one of the empty facilities, because there were 2 up there off Jarvis Street, and they also guaranteed that we could use part of that facility for storage, because that's a big problem. Basuto often donates tons of food, but there was no place to store it. So there's an outside door, there's a parking lot. So I think we accomplished a lot the day we walked that prison land. Now let me see what else did I do for Cheshire lately. Oh, the Beachport housing. All of a sudden, Beachport, after the Housing Authority in Cheshire files all the paperwork, Department of Economic and Community Development says, no, we're changing how we do it. So I called up the Deputy Commissioner, who's an old friend of mine. He said, by the way, did you know you were changing the horses in midstream? Did you understand how much this is going to cost the town of Cheshire in terms of hundreds of thousands of dollars that they've already spent to submit those plans? I don't think it's fair. And a week later, Housing Authority got a letter saying they were going to accept the plans as they were. So, you know, little things help. It helps when you know a lot of people, right? Then there was another problem. And this came to us the night of the legislative meeting with the town council, whereby they were being told by the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, the Water Division was being told, that once they hit a certain level of flow, that they had to submit plans immediately to address that flow. And so at the end of the day, I put in a bill with Senator Bartolomeo, and I made sure it stayed alive. And meanwhile, the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection became very nervous. I said, so we'll have a meet. Let's have a meet and greet, and we'll sit and talk. And meanwhile, I found out that Wallingford was grandfathered in. So my question to them was, why can't Cheshire be grandfathered in? So I brought the town officials up. We sat with the DEP people, didn't do legislation, but made sure that Cheshire is getting grandfathered in. This will save the town thousands of dollars, which is a big thing. And let me see what else I do. Oh, not recently, but a couple of years ago, I got $500,000 for the Cheshire High School football field and band complex. Remember, there was a turf field. It was a big fight in town and everything else. But there was such a wonderful group of citizens that raised all this money. They did a tremendous job getting all the money together. And then, oh, and recently too, I had the bridge on Route 10 over 691, named after Lieutenant Myron Werner, who served the town of Cheshire for 38 years. Additionally, he was a charter member of the Cheshire Police Force. There was a marvelous gathering of people that day, and it showed how much the town loved Myron.
Basically, what message do you really want to give to voters this year for your campaign? What do you want them to know about your campaign?
As far as my campaign is concerned, I always want the people that I represent to know that they're my people. They are my special interest. I don't have any special interest beyond taking care of them and taking care of the towns that I represent. That's why I often have meetings on Saturday mornings with individuals at my kitchen table, because some problems people have are very, very sad, and they can't do that in a public forum. So I have them come to the house, I give them coffee, and we talk, and we try to resolve issues for them individually. But they are my only special interest.
Great. Okay, very good. We wish you luck in your campaign, and when you do win, we'll have a big party. And do you want to conclude?
Yes, I would. I'd like to say that I, Mary Fritz of the 90th District, do approve of this message.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.